Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Battle Brothers Beasts and Exploration DLC with me, Cornish-Knight. We are currently just meandering through the world, having a look at what we can find. Ooh, ancient temple. There's sunken, half-buried entrances to some sort of temple or mausoleum that sinks into the ground. Only half of the temple's entrance is visible. The rest long since sunk into the earth, as though unsure of what to be a coffin or mausoleum. Along a visible frieze, you see the stony relief of tables being thrown and mourned men running from what looks like an armoured skeleton with a whip. A few of the mercenaries seem uncomfortable with the idea of going in, but you know your notion that others have felt that way as well and have left this place unmolested. You take out a torch and enter You take out a torch and enter with a sellsword spirit and robber's resolve. After gathering supplies, you crouch and enter the temple by slinging your legs over the earth. The clap of your boots snicker into the marbled halls and the torch before you as you watch the echoes go. Looking back, the light between the self of earth and the temple top silhouettes your company as though you're a throng of sextons satisfying at the work. Minecraft shakes his head and says he's coming with the rest of the company, mutually agree to keep watch. We're going in. The inside of the halls are blanketed with military mosaics, so large and more fit for a whole campaign than a single battle. One peculiar in particular stretches seemingly forever down the hall, a scene of armoured men running roughshod over what looks like barbarian hordes so thick in number they lose humanity and begin to look indistinguishable from bugs. Your torch bulbs and dims in the dark, the light bringing the artist's battlefield to an orange life. In the corner you'll find depictions of righteous torture and outrage between the lockstep forces and disassembled mobs. It looks like order and chaos have come to clash. While order is surely set to win, it is chaos itself which is driving the way to victory. Meinhof whistles. You look to see his torch flaring in the distance like an igneous fatus. You run over and find him holding a vial of some strange liquid inside a sellsword, swing his torch to alcove in the wall, a marbled post holding the centre, and there's a throng of skeletons at its base. Around this vial or the pedestal there, I found the vial on the pedestal there and see two more like it yonder, but they're behind the gates. You ask the sellsword why he didn't tell you about the bodies. He shrugs. They ain't breathing and I ain't caring. You want to try for the other two flasks or no? You gain a flask of blessed water. You find the next vial set behind the chest-high gate. The flask itself is grasped by stone claws of winged gargoyles hanging down from the ceiling. There are a few glyphs on the slab in front of the gate, but the words are ancient, and even if they aren't, you're not sure that you'll be able to read them anyway. Suddenly a voice booms overhead. A flock of birds are in a field when a hunter comes along. The hunter draws now and yells out as though in pain. A few birds fly up. The hunter kills them, more birds fly up. The hunter kills them just as well. As he begins to cry as he collects the bodies, more birds fly up at the sound of him. The hunter's crying and killing. He can hardly knock arrows fast enough, and he has to pause to wipe his eyes. One bird turns to his friend and says he should console the man. What does the bird's friend say in return? Never mind his tears. Watch his hands from the brink of a broken man must be saved. Let's go with that. The voice is silent for a moment, then returns correct. Jolting with ancient engineering, the gates slide down and the gargoyles lower their arms reach. The vial rigidly guard and staring with stoic emblem. You grab the vial and hold it close as though the monstrous stonework might come alive and take it. You wave your torch around and demand to know who's speaking. The voice laughs, but that's all. Montauk looks at you and shrugs. Well, we got the treasure, do we not? No harm in trying for another. You gain a flask of blessed water, might as well see. The last fire is behind another gate, an unsettling one to look at just by the architectural standpoint. There are two more stone bars here, but twisted iron spires scar with scorch and slag, and the gate is not as chest level but at thin. The vial itself is on a further rise, meaning you have to reach under the wall and then up again to get it. The voice returns, for me all comes to being, for me all shall be in the end. When man crosses the earth, I follow in his footsteps. You stand in silence and look over at Middoff, he shrugs. dust. As soon as the words leave your lips, the gates jolt open. You'll pensively stare at the remaining gap. Minoff crouches down and slings his arm under the gateway top and gets up at the vial. His fingers scrape its glass while the gate spirit rattle in their catches, like a bear reluctantly letting someone brush his teeth. The man finally pinches the vial between his fingers and scissor flips it into a safe embrace of his palm. He stands and hands it over. Simple enough. You nod to turn around with your torch and yell out, demanding to know who is talking. There's no answer. Brief search in the darkness turns up no hidey holes, no dugout, but you find scraps and notes with drawings on them. The pages seem to indicate the vials are capable of killing winegangers with but a single touch of the liquid within each flask. There is also a sticky paper with a crudely drawn woman on it. Whoever this was here, you didn't care. You take the veil back out and return to the Sons of Kurno. They draw swords at the sound of you, then secretly see them once they see your face. Sorry, Captain, thought you might be dead and a walking dead man. You gain a flask of blessed water. Well, we've got the flyers just for just that problem now. Okay. So we've got files of... Let's organise. Flasks of blessed water. The flasks are filled with water carried by men of the gods. They can be thrown at short range. On use it is destroyed. Range of 3 targets. Damages to 20 to 3 turns to any undead creatures hit. Oh, that's going to be really useful. It has a 33% chance to hit the bystanders at the same level at height as well. That's going to be really useful against the vampires. Really cool. We can't go back to the temple. Oh, that's awesome. That's definitely something that's been added into the game. Worldlock Zum. A defensible outpost erected by goblins. Some goblin ambushes, many goblin skirmishers, a goblin shaman. So that's a goblin base of operations. There is a goblin citadel in this world. Like there's like a goblin kingdom, and inside the kingdom will be like a goblin citadel. We're getting close to it because this actually is one of the goblin factions in the world. Undead, many ancient legionnaires. They'll probably try and pick a fight with us if we're not careful. So let's keep exploring. I know we haven't done much battle this episode, but I did promise you guys we would try and explore and see the world. Withered battle site, which will be lots of ancient legionnaires. What I'm basically doing is I'm trying to explore, get a good idea of where there'd be some good places to investigate. Then we can go and okay. Scarats, the creature of bark and wood. These are basically tree ants. We don't want to fight them. They're very powerful and very dangerous. We must be getting to it near an ancient forest then. Oh, they're pursuing us. No, into the mountains. The mountains will slow them down as we flee. We've got just under 3 days worth of food left. We'll push out a bit more this way and then we'll swing back around and go home. Yeah, we'll go home now. Got 2 days worth of food left. And we've got a fairly long trek ahead of us. Undead. You can see how like the wilderness out here is very different from being inside like the human kingdoms. I'll just pop up here to see if there's anything. Nope. Okay. 2 days left of food. Let's get this place properly revealed. It gives us plans for where to go next on our adventures. paid. Men are content enough. And we have managed to push out. This goblin camp here, though, interests me because that indicates that there is probably the Goblin Kingdom is probably going to be somewhere down in this area. Like the Goblin Capital is going to be somewhere down here in this zone. Because this is probably just an outpost. It's either going to be there or be. We haven't seen anyone's up here, so it's going to be down in this area. Right. But I think that's enough exploring for one day. We'll get some food into us, and then we will. Okay, we're out of. We can't. We just head out of camp. Right. Get some ham. Lots of lovely ham. Our provision, like our money, did take a hit. Not going to lie, but we can quickly repair our losses. Without too much issue. Giant spiders, nothing to be particularly annoyed with. It's going to be annoying because obviously they just take a ton to kill, to be honest. But hey ho. $15 of them, which means they have egg nests. Gameplay, faster AI movement. I should really have it turned on now because these guys move. There's so many enemies on the turn order. Unless you, the viewer, finds it unsettling. Right, so let's pull back. Arts is going to pull back to the center. Where do I want him to stand? Probably here. Three people standing here. I don't want him to be out on his own because he'll get swarmed if we do. So get here. This is a very strong position to hold. We killed one of them at least. He can't suit. Shield up. Yeah, they've got eggs, you can tell. Because we just killed one, but the numbers are increasing, which means they're spawning more of them. We'll focus up on this flank. He dodged. We'll try shield bashing him and then getting spear wall up. They'll probably try and flank. High mobility. Yeah, they're going to try and flank. first things first. Kill as many of them as you can. Killed 11 of them. But I doubt we have seen the end of them. I'm going to jump down here and basically help you stab that one in the face. Shoot the ones that are in melee with us first. Really? Okay. Stay for a second. Move him here. Aye. Really? You couldn't break free? Get back into formation. Yeah, there's a lot. Missed. Delay in action. They're all dying now, apparently. Get spear wall up. Missed. They're probably gonna run at this point. Yeah. Everyone just end the round. So your stamina goes up, but your fatigue goes down. Yeah, they're done. To be honest, the spiders, at the moment, not a big threat. They're all dead. Disappeared people have vanished from the settlement. I mean, yeah, it's nothing particularly untoward. I'm just gonna craft some poison. Range units, more ballistic training. Let's see, range defense and higher turn the initiative order. What perk do we want to give to you? Crossbows, so not a massive issue. So there's no point taking the Berserker. Headhunter may be useful. Fearsome would be quite good. because he's very accurate with his crossbow. Let's go fearsome. Okay. Right. And we're going to end it here, folks. I know another relatively short episode, just how it is at the moment. So we've got to earn a bit of cash and get our war kitty back up to a relatively okay size. And then we'll I'm probably going to go down here next. Earn some money. Then travel down here and explore around this area. But that'll be for next time. So, goodbye, folks.